We are back, ladies and gentlemen. What a summer it's been. Governor Cuomo in New York fighting for his political life. Oh, he's going to stay in there. I know he is. And the COVID vaccine wars have begun in earnest. What do health workers know that we don't know? I'm Randall Terry. This is Voice of Resistance.
Those who forsake the law praise the wicked. Those who uphold the law resist them. Welcome to the Voice of Resistance.
Welcome to the program, friend. I deeply appreciate any and all of you who prayed for us, wondered what was going on. We were doing reruns, as you know, for the past few weeks. We're back live. We were shooting Time Boys 2, and the primary footage wrapped early August the 5th. And so here we are back in the saddle. It was so intense. It was fire breathing on the set. I started the movie off gray, and I ended up red because of all the fire. I know it's a bad joke. It's literally not even laughable. But let's talk about things that we already know aren't funny. First things first, check this out. What I'm going to show you is from the government, the NCSI, National Conference of State Legislatures, and it is who has a religious exemption for vaccines. So scroll down through that list. California, biggest state in the union, no. Neither religious exemption nor philosophical exemption. Connecticut, you'd expect that there, no. Now you just scroll down. Maine, no. But Maine is trying to get one, if my memory is correct, for a philosophical reason. Mississippi, that one surprised me. Mississippi does not have a religious exemption for any vaccines or an ethical, moral one, philosophical one. No. Sorry if you live in Mississippi. You're going to be on your own with that one. Let's see. New York, we would have guessed that one. No exemption there. You're required to take the vaccine if you work in certain jobs. West Virginia, no. Again, that startled me. But I digress. It's going to be in the news right now. In fact, let me click back on my newspaper. In Missouri right now, nursing home staffs, less than 50% of the people who work at nursing homes in the state of Missouri, now this is just one state, less than 50% of them have taken the COVID vaccine. Why? What do they know that we don't know? Now, I've got to be very circumspect what I say here because the taskmasters in cyberspace are watching me and others. They've already given me one strike. I'll tell you, I had COVID. My doctor prescribed a certain treatment. I was out of bed in 2 days. I had a friend who was in bed for 12 days. She was afraid she was going to be hospitalized. Her doctor prescribed for her the same medication. She was out of bed in 2 days. Just better. And this is a common over-the-counter drug that has been around for decades. And Google, YouTube gave me a strike and said 2 more strikes and we will cancel your show permanently because I said the name of the drug that I took. This is a legal drug in the United States and nations around the world. And if I mention that drug 2 more times on this program, bye-bye to YouTube. They will cancel my whole channel. So we're dealing with a level of censorship here that is unprecedented in American history. Unprecedented. And there are people running for the hills, literally running for the hills. What do healthcare workers in Missouri know that we don't know? Now we're hearing constantly, get the COVID vaccine and you won't get COVID. Now, of course, the news is starting to come out that there's different strains, the Delta strain, and your vaccine might not work. And I was reading some stories earlier today, and there are a bunch of people who have died. We don't know the exact number yet, but there are people who have died from COVID who had the vaccine. So they know that the vaccine, even when it does what it's supposed to do, is not 100% effective. But the real issue is, to me, again, what do healthcare workers know? Why are they not getting the vaccine? And this is just one stat in one part of the healthcare industry from one state. State of Missouri, healthcare workers in nursing homes. That's all it is. Now we know that there are a very high level of deaths in nursing homes from the elderly who get COVID. So are we to believe that these healthcare workers in the nursing homes in Missouri are so calloused that they have so much disregard for the older men and women in their care that they're just going to be willy-nilly brazen, self-centered, selfish, and they're going to refuse to get the COVID shot, and the people in their care, tough luck for them. If I get COVID and I'm a worker and I bring it here and they die, it's not my... Are we to believe that? I don't think so. I don't think that's what's going on. Not for a second. So what is going on? We're in the place right now where I and you, in certain realms of cyberspace, that we can't even discuss the dangers that may be associated with these vaccines. And the numbers of people that have died from the vaccines, we don't know. Because the stories come and go so fast, they're being suppressed. I've got to take a break. When we come back, we will talk about one of the banned groups and what they are saying. Although it's really hard to find what they're saying because their stuff keeps getting taken down. Don't go away, I'll be right back.
All right, camera is rolling.
In 3, 2. Welcome back to the program, friend. This is America. We're predisposed culturally as we've been raised and brought up. Most of us, especially those of us who are a little older, we're predisposed to believe in personal liberty and freedom. And we've got this younger generation that have been indoctrinated in many of our public high schools and colleges, private and public colleges, state colleges. They've been indoctrinated in socialism. And a key element of socialism is the strength of central government and the ability of government to tell you what to do, to care for you, to be the daddy, to be the savior, to be the feeder, the Lord. You know, it's almost like a fake God. You've got Jehovah Jireh, the Lord our provider. With the socialist, you have the state our provider. In Christianity, you have Jehovah Rapha, the Lord our healer. With socialism, you have no, the government is our healer. In Christianity, we have our Father who art in heaven. Take care of us. Give us this day our daily bread. No, no, no. We have our Father, the state, or at least our uncle, Sam. He'll take care of our needs. He'll be the one that we turn to. So the socialist mindset in some of these young people is that the government should be able to tell us what to do and you should submit. Never mind what you've heard about this vaccine. Perhaps it wasn't tested properly. Perhaps it's the fastest vaccine ever brought to human use. Never mind that one of the major companies had to halt the use of their vaccine because the reactions were so severe. Never mind any of that. The government told us to do it, so we should do it because we're good sheep. Bah. We're good socialists, and the government has our best interest in mind. Do you remember President Reagan? I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. I think that's 8 or 9 words. He said the worst 8 words in the English language. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. That's how far we've gone as a country. When President Reagan ran for office, Jimmy Carter was in office, and we were moving steadily towards socialism. But enough people understood freedom, enough people had survived World War II that it didn't smell good, it didn't look good, it didn't have a good aftertaste. We're not there anymore, people. Take, for example, this story from Boston, from Massachusetts. Look at this headline. Should the COVID-19 vaccine be required for students, faculty, and staff at schools this fall? Is a vaccine mandate going too far? Let us know. A mandate, mind you, But they're already going down this path in various states. And Massachusetts is supposed to be a liberal state. But that's the essence of socialism. They tell you that it's about freedom, but in the end, it's about government control and the government telling you what to do. So if you've got a kid in Massachusetts and that child is in primary school, secondary school, high school, college, and then the government says, we require the yellow star, being tongue-in-cheek here, we require, that's what they put on our licenses or our passports, I'm sorry. We require that you show us proof that your child has been vaccinated. And we're going to double check against the government records. So do you see the level of intrusion this is into our lives? Forcing us to force our children to take a vaccine and then being able to double check, which means that your health records are going to be open to some bureaucrat at a school. If that doesn't disturb you, something's wrong with you. If it doesn't disturb you, if it doesn't make you angry, what that means is that you've been so exposed and so numbed, so worn down, worn out, that you're like, yeah, just tell me what to do. You know how the Chinese communists used to break people down to get them to admit that they were an enemy of the state? This is bizarre, but I have a friend whose dad was actually a prisoner. They'll say to you, are you an enemy of the state? No. Have you threatened anyone in the state? No. Did you brush your teeth every day? Maybe not. Did you brush your teeth today? No. You know that disease can start in the mouth, correct? Yes. You know that because you didn't brush your teeth that you have the possibility of disease in your mouth. You know that by not brushing your teeth, you put other people at risk in the state. Are you an enemy of the state? Did you brush your teeth or not? And on some crazy little sliver, they would get someone to snap and admit that they had done something wrong. And once that happened, then it was easier and easier to get other confessions out of them that were just as bogus, to the point where maybe they were even admitting, yes, I'm an enemy of the state, just wearing them down. So, well, that could never happen in America. Yeah. What planet did you grow up on? What history have you studied? Really? Have you heard of the Inquisition? I mean, have you heard of Rome, Greece, British Empire, great atrocities committed by the Catholic Church? Don't kid yourself that things like that could never happen in America. Don't kid yourself. They're discussing right now how to force people to take vaccines. And they'll do it piecemeal. Oh, they'll do healthcare workers. Then they'll do anybody on the government payroll, police, ambulance. They'll do schools. And maybe they'll say, well, if your kid is here, the parent also has to be vaccinated. Who knows? We'll see, but it's about government control. Now, they'll say it's in the name of health. They'll say it's for our own good, even while they suppress all debate and all discussion. I've got to take a break, and we'll come back talk about some of those people who have been suppressed in the debate. Don't go away. Welcome back to the program, friend. I have, by the way, don't put the name of this in my heading for the YouTube. I don't know if this will get me a strike, but I'll go down swinging with them. There's a group of doctors out there called frontline doctors. And I don't know how many hundreds or thousands of doctors, medical doctors, MDs, various specialists who are in frontline doctors. But these are people who are doctors. They're not stupid. They're smart. They're researchers. They treat all kinds of diseases, etc. Surgeons. And they are giving enormous pushback to the vaccine, to the data. And they have systematically been blackballed, ridiculed, silenced. So, let me look back at this story really quick if I could. All right, so I did a little search this morning on frontline doctors. You know what I could find? Articles mocking them. Articles saying that they were kooks. Their research, gone. I believe that their YouTube channel is long gone. If I'm wrong on that one, you can correct me. But I'm certain that they've been shut down. I think that Facebook shut them down. And forgive me for not having my facts in order this morning. It's been a long month. But they have been systematically silenced on social media. Why? Now, these are doctors. Now, they're being silenced by kids, young thugs, internet thugs, who are saying, click, delete. They don't have a medical background. They're just following orders from who? The Zuckerbergs and the elite who are in bed with our government. We had the president's press secretary 2 weeks ago saying that the government, that the White House is working with social media to flag accounts that they want suspended or information that they want shut down. Think about this. The president has people on his staff that do nothing but look for articles that they think harm Biden's agenda or healthcare, whatever it is. And then the White House contacts Facebook or YouTube and says, there's one. Does that scare you at any level? It's not just that it's unprecedented, it's evil. It's an atrocity. It is an offense. And it is setting the stage for us to have little recourse. Because if the election was corrupted or tampered with at any level, and if data has been suppressed, and if truth is being suppressed, where do we go? What do we do? You tell me. All right, so frontline doctors, as I was saying, they have been basically ridiculed, driven into exile. But I still have to keep coming back to that one stat. Why are more than half of the healthcare workers in nursing homes in Missouri not vaccinated? And there's other places. I saw other news stories about hospital staff that say, I'm not taking the vaccine. Why? Why? It should make us wonder. The rest of us sheep out here, we're going along, rolling up our sleeve, getting the first shot, the second shot. What about sloughing? What about the reactions? What about the dangers? What about the lack of time associated with this vaccine? What about the true numbers of deaths? We don't even know. And when you dare to discuss it, you get silenced, you get ridiculed, you get shut down. So I admit it, I'm nervous for our country. And you had people talking about, everything that President Trump did in 4 years, Joe Biden undid in 4 days of executive orders. It's not exactly 100% true. It's largely true. Terrifyingly true with the Keystone Pipeline, with oil independence. But we do still have to thank God for over 200 appointments to the federal judiciary. Hopefully some of these judges, as these various cases, these various things that are an assault on human liberty, on the First Amendment, upon the way we govern our lives, our religious institutions, hopefully some of these judges will at least be a slow buffer to slow this down until we can get Biden out of office. But I do want to once again thank certain people. I'll wait till we come back and then I'll thank you because you know who you are and I appreciate you. Don't go away. Yeah, I want to thank you. I want to thank all of the Christians, born again, mainline Protestant, Roman Catholic. I want to thank all of you who claim to be Christians and probably are. Thank you for voting for Joe Biden. Yeah, you helped bring all this to us. You sneaky guy, you little devil, you. It wasn't for you and your pastors and your priests. Yeah, and your clergy and your Bible school people who just either didn't say anything or who were so angry at the orange man and who were giving religious reasons why we have to love our neighbor, we have to vote for Biden and end the divisiveness in America. I want to thank you. And I want to thank all of you Christians who didn't vote. Oh yeah, you know who you are. You stayed home. You showed them. Ha! I'll show them a thing or two. Why should I vote? I'll stay home. You know, politics is of the devil. Well, it is now, because you weren't there to help stop it. Governor Cuomo, tail spinning. He's going to hang in there. He's going to hang in there. Right now it looks like he's going to get impeached. We'll see. President Biden has told him to resign, which poor Joe, he had to do it. His people were telling him to. Joe, if you want a popsicle, you've got to tell Governor Cuomo to step down. 73% of New Yorkers think he should step down. We'll see. His chief of staff, I think it was, just resigned yesterday. We'll see. But his problem wasn't that he did it. His problem was he got caught. That's the issue. Really and truly, think about it. Just, does the name Bill Clinton ring a bell with you? Some of the stuff that's come out about others, it's that he got caught. And now he has to be kicked to the curb by the Democrats so that they can get on with their socialist agenda, helping you and thanking your pastors for all of their silence. I'll be back. I'm back.